right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome back to the Writer's Block with Bobby Brown Jr. We got very hilarious, very funny comedian in the building, Vincent Bryant. What's going on, man?
So it's the name of his Writer's Block?
The Writer's Block, yes, sir.
Cool. All right, bet. I like that.
It's called the Writer's Block. It's not really from not being able to write anything. It's more so like the writers with an apostrophe S block, as in I think of it more like my room, my space, my little.
Where you writing in this little block?
Yeah, like when you go to your own world where you can't be bothered type shit. That's where it came from.
I bet. So it's just like a play on words almost.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. Guys, right now we are recording at the Comedy Zone, so it looks a little different. This isn't the usual studio that y'all see.
The lighting is a little ass.
Yo, we both look kind of Haitian a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Fucked up. I ain't got a haircut.
All right. I don't have a haircut either, so I guess we'll both drop the top. We'll both drop the top. I'm here. Bro, thank you so much for letting me do this, man. You're in town here in Jacksonville doing a tour of the Monster Energy Outbreak Tour.
Yeah, presented by Monster Energy Outbreak, the Young Black and Funny Comedy Jam, featuring myself, hosted by Leonard Oots, featuring Just Niche, featuring comedian CP, featuring T Murph. We had several other people because T Murph and CP were filming something during the summer, so we had people fill in like Parasite Shea. We had Louis Belt out of the Bay. Parasite Shea is from DC.
Oh, hilarious.
We had Rob Hayes from Atlanta. We had who else do we have? We had Rudolph Brown out of Boston, Massachusetts. We had quite a few people step in. Mary Lee out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So we was filling it in, but we still had our core group of people, me, Leonard, and Nisha. You know what I'm saying? We was going from city to city, bopping in and out, and rocking out.
Man, that's a lit, bro. Everyone on this lineup is absolutely hilarious, y'all. Bro, literally, I crack myself up every time I watch y'all perform, bro. I saw you first perform, I saw you on YouTube. My first clip that I ever saw you do stand up, bro, was 2 years ago. It was that clip about you was like, oh, you cheated on me with the man I wanted to be in life. And the women's intuition clip.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought that was absolutely hilarious, yo. And then that was when I found about who you were.
Oh yeah.
So up until that point, I know it's always work in the background from when you first see somebody do something. Yeah. How long had you been doing comedy before 2 years ago?
2 years ago. That clip, we shot it in 2018. It came out it did come out in 19.
Yeah.
So at that point, I had been doing stand up for 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, bro. I can see you looked hella young on that video, bro. You looked young as hell, man.
Yeah, it was shit age you quick. You know what I'm I think it really is if I cut my hair off and did all that shit and kept it clean, but now it's I'm 30. It's you gonna fuck with me. You gonna fuck with me. I ain't really. I go to the barbershop when I feel like it.
I'm gonna give you a round of applause, man. Let me give you a round of applause for your success and what you've been doing and getting ready to go on, bro.
Thank you.
I think I'm just super hyped I'm excited to see the show, man. I know that y'all really been working, yo. I met Leonard literally yesterday, so that's absolutely crazy, bro.
Jacksonville ain't that goddamn big. That's
yeah, he walked into the job that I just started, and I wasn't even at my normal location. I had to go to the other location across town.
Yeah, man, it's fake sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was real cool, dude, man. Shout out to him. How did y'all meet? How did this connect and y'all start doing this tour together?
Ooh, so how did we meet?
Yeah.
How did we? Okay. We met in New York for the first time in probably 2014. That was the year I started. I started in November of 2014. So. And
you started in New York?
No, I started in St. Louis.
Okay.
I started traveling immediately. I was like, I want to get out here and see what's going on, see how they tell jokes all across the world, because I know eventually I'm going to leave St. Louis one day. We met for the first time in New York, but we didn't, you can meet a person, you can shake hands, but if you do the same thing as a motherfucker, it's you want to see him get down. It's if he was hooping, okay, let me see this nigga hoop. Most times, Jordan got to see AI before he came to the league. That little nigga, he alright. And then you get up on him, you're oh, he got me. So it was kind of we met as people first, and then we met as comics in, I want to say 2016, 2017 in Indianapolis.
That's
crazy. He had seen me. I was working with Ryan Davis in Indianapolis, and he seen me oh damn, he funny. Because a lot of times it's it ain't that I'm gonna treat you any different, but it's it's a kindred spirit now, because it's We just as young as each other. He's 28, I'm 30. So at that time, I was probably like...
You're 30?
Yeah, I'm 30.
Yo, that's absolutely crazy, man. You're 30, bro?
Yeah.
I just turned 23 today. So,
congratulations. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let me give a little air horn for us both, man.
Yeah, I'm 30, bro. I turned 30 in January. So,
that's insane.
We met, I was probably like 26, 27. And, you know, been locked in since then, you know, creating stuff, bouncing jokes off of one another, touring together. Fortunately, he was in a position to be a headliner. He's been touring since he was 20.
Bro, yeah, Leonard Oots is funny, man. Y'all go to your YouTube right now. Go type his name in on Instagram. I think he just had a special. I think it was Amazon. Epics. Yeah.
Half hour on Epics. It was funny, hilarious. We seen all these jokes. Just like, you know, just sitting on waiting. You just sitting on materials. Like let's get it out there. Let the people see it. Let's build some more fans. And it got some classic bits on there, but also you got some new stuff on there. It's just like. The thing about like specials or, you know, let's say half hour, quarter hour is a chance for you to see your favorite or, you know, a new comedian grow. Because a lot of times, shit, they may want to give us a special, but shit, I ain't got an hour.
Yeah.
I got 15 minutes for
you.
I got 15 minutes to build some fans. Like, oh, damn, you do it like this? All right, cool. But you want to grow every time you go on screen. It's like, all right, until you get to that plateau, it's like, you know, and I don't think you ever plateau if you like constantly working, or sometimes people do plateau, and if you plateau high enough, you just keep it going.
Yeah.
But to see his specials, see his late night sets, there's always an elevation. So it's just like, oh, you know, you see somebody constantly working like that, and that's attributed to the New York comedy scene. That's attributed to being naturally funny. That's attributed to being on the road. There's so many factors into it, but you got to keep, you know, mixing all those into one, and you know, you see that as a combination or a collective that comes into what Leonard Oots is.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that country singer you hear in the background of us, they're performing in the lobby, man.
Man.
So you know, we thugging it. We just enjoying some country music today. This is a comedy and music podcast.
Yeah, cool. Fuck it. We thugging with music. Nelly just dropped a country album. If people didn't know.
Oh man.
And he got a few bangers on there, but if y'all remember, because it's all in my head. That was one of his biggest.
About it over and over again. Yo, that was hard, yo. Yeah. I had that on my iPod Touch, like
I love
the crack screen.
I love St. Louis, all artists, because we gonna hustle. Because Nelly hustling right now. There ain't no bit. You ain't got no business making no country album, but it's fire.
Yo, he saw Lil Nas X and he was like, all right.
Yeah, I was here first. I should have just stayed to the lane, but. You know, I'm glad he went and did it over again, because good music is good music, and he's still been able to make it. That was dope. So, man.
So you were just talking about like different scenes of comedy, man, and like that's something that like that's like the level that I haven't hit yet. Like I started doing comedy in 2018 in Tallahassee, Florida, when I went away. I was
19.
Yes, I was 19. I was 19 when I went up for my first show. It was like October 2018 or something like that, and it was like. I did Tallahassee for so long. Like I just moved back home to Jacksonville. I've never performed here. I was literally just in Tally, just going to these different shows. I didn't put myself in other markets. I've never like been on a plane yet, bro. But I know like I've been making all these connections with comedy. Like I talked to Anthony Moore. I don't know who Anthony Moore is, and like he's always talking to me like, yeah, bro, like you know, come to New York, come do this, come do that. I'm just like so excited to go there. What is that like? Like, does that change or elevate your material? You were just saying how you go to these markets and watch people do their jokes and stuff. How does that help you?
Think of it as like New York is like Harvard. It's the Ivy Leagues. It's where the best of the best go. The best minds, the craziest people, the funniest people you're gonna see. And also it just provides you like that you learn how to do by watching. That's what stand-up is. You learn how to watching and doing.
Yeah.
First you got to see the shit to get the structure. Or sometimes it's natural people, but most importantly, you got to do it. You got to go shoot. You know what I'm saying? You got to work this shit out. You got to get the clinks out until you understand your voice so well that you just trust what you think is funny, and then you just go and talk. You know, some people that are, sometimes you can access that early, and others, you know, it's not a race, but you just want to match that. It's, you know, you just want to get there. That's the point. But going to these different scenes, going back to the original question, it does make you better, makes you sharper. It's a competitive environment, and also, it really depends on what kind of person you are. If you're a competitor, you're gonna make you better. But if you know what I'm saying, easily defeated, you're gonna bomb, and then you're gonna spiral, and then you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
So it tells you what kind of person you are. The things going to these different scenes.
Does bombing hurt you? Like you got like 6 or 7 years in now. You said 2014.
Yeah, it's still rowdy you. You know, it's like. But you got to get back up. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, but it's necessary to bomb too. I understand that part. You know, sometimes when you bombing, it's okay to just sit in there bombing.
Yeah.
Stay with that joke, and then you might say something so funny to get you out of it. You're like, oh, okay, that's the punchline for that joke instead of what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that to happen. You need to the stage gonna humble you every time. It's like my thing is like, oh, whenever I have a good set, and I'll be like, oh, I'm talking about it. Like, yeah, nigga, I'll kill that. They said I know. Same exact joke they just destroyed is I'm gonna get buried.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So it's like every time someone laughs, someone's not gonna laugh at that same joke. I never thought about it like that.
No, it's not like that. It's just like, oh, you got to talking shit. You feel confident. Yeah, it's funny, but it may not work tonight. But it's like, for the most part, I go up there and do my thing, and when I'm called to bat, when it's time to be recorded or when we got a big performance, I'm gonna be ready. But
one of the luxuries that I would say like these types of places have at bombing over like open mics and stuff is like you bomb at an open mic, you gotta still sit in with the crowd after the show.
Hey,
is that still like? Do you ever you still go sit and?
Nah, if I do a mic, I'm out. I do my time. I dip. You know what I'm saying? I can't work out. I'm not gonna. It just depends. Like if I want to kick at the comics, I'll hang out. But most times, it's like I'm gonna do my shit. I'm gonna dap y'all up. I'm gonna see y'all when I see you. I'm like a ghost. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back to the layer. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do.
Absolutely. What time do you gotta do your thing, bro?
I'm going on last. I'm cool. I go on last.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah. Dope. So what's like so far one of the. Well, first of all, do you have anything that you want to promote, man? Like, I didn't even put your Instagram or any of that out there, man. Like, what? I know you got some really hilarious clips on YouTube. That's how I first found out about who you were.
See, y'all can type in my name.
Yeah, you got a nice following on Twitter, bro. Like,
it's cool.
Do that. You ever get hate?
Nah, I'm not, because I don't put hate out there.
All right, he's smooth. This guy's real smooth, y'all. That was nice.
You put out with, that's the same reason I won't get a gun, because I feel like as soon as I get a gun, it's like, oh, okay, you got a gun on. It's the energy that you attract. I believe in that part of it, but I don't get as much engagement on Twitter. I enjoy it because I can just throw shit out in space, and then sometimes people react. It's cool, but most times it's like, oh, nigga, who is this crazy dude spewing? And then most times it's just like, it's uncooked thoughts. I can just put them out there and like, oh, this can turn to a bit somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing. That's what I use Twitter for. More so, I interact with social media is because I do stand up. And I'm in entertainment. People want to be like, oh, they want to engage with you somehow outside of the stage. So I give them parts that I would like for them to see. But most parts, it's like, people can't really know too much about me.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for you doing stand-up, you're like, yeah, these niggas don't even know anything about me. They don't know anything about me.
No point. You know what I'm saying? Then at that point, if I'm not even doing stand-up and I'm just promoting myself, it's like, nigga, you don't do nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah. Some people don't get that. Some people just promote themselves anyway.
That's cool. That's their thing, but that's just not me.
Yeah.
What am I doing? That's a waste of energy. What am I promoting myself for? It's crazy.
So, what stand-ups inspired you, bro? Like, what made you start doing comedy in St. Louis? And like,
I'm just funny.
Who'd you watch? You're funny.
I'm just funny.
I believe that.
I'm just a funny dude, man.
Yeah, this is the man who believes in himself. That was like off the top. Like, I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Nah, so that's how you know how you interact with the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an angle into this. Some people are like, oh, I'm an athlete. What the fuck? My mama.
We good.
Nah, you good. Some people got an angle into the world. It's like, like a star athlete. It's like, this is people engage with him before he. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see them when they don't pan out or they stop being that, they don't know who they are. Because they've been this for so long. This is how they interact with the world. And once people like, oh, you ain't got the helmet on, nigga, go on, you regular now. So, but my way into most conversations is through humor. How I deal with things is through humor. So it's like, oh, okay, why not make this a job? Yeah.
So like, when did you know that you were funny? Because I was just making people laugh. Like I didn't know I wanted to be a comedian. I didn't know I was funny. When
did I know I knew like early on. I was a kid. I would impersonate family members at we would do like talent shows, and I would just go through the family and just impersonate them. And I would just stand in front of everybody, just laugh, playing around, making people laugh. And I was like, oh, okay, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
And not knowing, but I was always a fan of stand up. I would stay up late, watch Comic View, Arnez J, Ricky Smiley hosting. That's my age group. I knew DL and them and said and Bruce did host, but when I was watching, I was watching for, like I said, Ricky Smiley and Arnez J, and it was like, oh, and then you would see all these other funny guys that you see now. Like when I be so fanned out like a Bruce versus somebody that's huge, cause like, nigga, you my superstar. I used to see you every night, bro. What?
Bruce is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, man, like I think I've seen a couple of Arnez J clips from Laugh Factory, I believe.
Laugh Factory. Arnez is just go watch his old comic views. Don't just watch comedy. Like watch those, and you be like, oh, this dude is a monster. He's just so, and I'm not even a physical comedian, but I appreciated it because he's like, oh, this nigga, he using every part of himself to get a laugh, and it's like, if you think it ain't that much, it's like, comics shouldn't be so after the show, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
But watching, so I just figured out, I just got to it late.
Okay. So those are the people who you were inspired by to go get on stage?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You see Kings of Comedy, Bernie Mac, and then you get a little deeper and you find out these other comedians like Tony Woods, who is a fucking Jedi, and he's Dave Chappelle's mentor, and you see somebody do something just like I used a comparison earlier with my friends. I was talking about like Michael Jordan, and then you got Kobe Bryant, who was a carbon copy, but a lot of people attempted to be Jordan, but Kobe nailed it. So it's like, and we cool with it because he had a great amount of success. So that's the same thing with Tony Woods. He's like, nigga, I'm Michael. Well, you may not know, but you didn't know who he was. He's just so smooth, he's so good, so naturally funny. And then you got another younger guy coming along and seeing this, because this shit is just math. It's just built on top of each other. And you see it, and he's saying it. And then he like, I like this style. This is what I'm going to run with, but I'm going to put my twist to it. And then he just took off from there. So it's just like, shit like that. So, guys like Patrice, too.
Yeah, Patrice ONeal and Dave Chappelle were the reasons that I got up and did stand-up comedy. I used to be a little nervous. Like, I used to just be a casual fan, and I was like, oh, I enjoy this. Growing up watching Cat and all that.
I don't think comics made me. It was just like, oh, I would like to do it like that. But me, and what made me is like, nigga, I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm just going, that's how especially with like in normal conversations, like, all right, cool, I can chop it up and just hee-haws, but it's like, even with women, it's like, oh, that's how I get ass. I'm funny. You gotta know, it's like, oh, okay, this is how, oh, all right. I play too much. I heard that a lot. Are you ever serious? Like, oh, okay, cool. This is my shit.
How many laughs do you think it takes before a woman give you some coochie, man? Like, how many times she got to chuckle?
3 belly laughs.
3 belly laughs? That's the deep one.
Yeah,
all right, 3 belly laughs.
3 belly laughs, and then you gonna get in their belly.
Yeah.
Three deep gut laughs. Then she gonna look and sit. And she like, damn, I gotta fuck this nigga.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
You laugh 3 times, bitch. It's over now. It's over now.
You laugh hard 3 times. You're like, oh, yeah, I done seen all your teeth. Come on.
You had a great night. You can't even say you didn't.
Yeah. So.
Have you met any comics that you would say you were ever like maybe starstruck by or anything?
Not for real.
Not at all.
Because for real, I don't want to meet them until unless they see me perform, and then, you know what I'm saying, chop it up, what's going on, we meet through that way, because it's a mutual respect, because now it's like, I'm not a fan, I'm a peer.
Yeah. That's crazy. I never thought about that. That's insane.
And that's no problem, because I am a fan still, but it's just how I interact. It's like, nigga, because I know how comics are. Like, sometimes you just want to chill. Like, all right, and most times, we observe the world. We don't want to be interrupted. So it's like, I'm just chilling, You can come over, chop it up, but I don't want, hey, no, I don't want all that. And most comics don't want all that. Some of them do, but I say 80% of them don't need all the attention, so they rather not. So it's like, those times, hey, what's going on? This, and I go chill in the corner, or I probably leave. It's like, I ain't finna sit around you, know what I'm saying? Unless you want to chop it up.
I heard one thing like people love is like when you get invited in a room, like just be in the room. You don't gotta say nothing. You don't gotta.
That's why they say if I could be a fly on the wall. Flies don't talk. They may irritate a little bit, but most times they just chilling on the wall.
What's the buzzing? Is them talking, right?
Nah,
that don't come out of the mouth.
A fly on the wall. Motherfucker that's moving. But a fly on the wall is like.
This is a nice place. It's a nice place.
I'm just chilling. Sometimes if a fly start flying in front of you, he goes chill on your wall. You like, bro, that nigga ain't bothering me. I'm gonna leave him alone.
That's hilarious, man. Do you have a favorite place to do comedy?
Shit, anywhere that people listen.
Bar.
That's my shit. Nigga, I like for them to listen. It's like, okay, I like to tell jokes. Yeah, I like to get I like intimate spaces too, smaller crowds. I don't really know how to do super large crowds, like arenas and shit like that. I don't know how to do that yet. I think that's a skill in itself. Motherfuckers know how to do that.
I think that seems just insane, yo. I see those clips and I'm like, yo, that's like, how do you connect with so many people like that? Like,
timing.
Yeah. Like to get them to just listen to you, like
it's like it's got to be that magnetism to draw them to you first, to be in this big ass space with all these people, and then you hopefully they laugh and sync at what you're saying, and it's like, alright, cool. Because some comedians aren't like arena comics, like Dave, he's a theater comic.
Yeah.
Because the arena is like, everybody got to listen. Of course, he can sell out arenas, motherfuckers want to see him, but I'm not gonna enjoy Dave from. Nosebleed. You gotta hear. You gotta be up. You gotta
feel
them. It's like, I gotta feel those pauses and all that shit. And you can't simulate that in an arena. You can do that in the theater. But Kev, you can simulate those feelings because I'm gonna put up these jumbo screens. I'm gonna put up a screen on the top row, so you gonna feel or see everything I'm doing because I'm so physical and I'm relying on these facial expressions to sell certain jokes. So it's just like Kev is that kind of guy. He's an arena guy for sure. Yep.
The way that you describe comics is a lot like different than what you'll hear at like an average show here. You know what I'm like the way that you talk about them and the techniques and stuff. These are just types of conversations that I don't know people. At the level of the, you know, where I'm hanging around at, it's nice to hear just like a deeper introspective reasoning on like why people do these things and make you understand a lot more.
It's just a serious take on some stupid shit. It's stupid as a motherfucker. I'm so funny. Everybody in this room got to listen to me and that. But you know, it sell food and liquor.
Yeah,
it's a restaurant. That's what comedy clubs are. It's like nigga, we just a plus.
It's a bar. It's a restaurant.
It's a bar and a restaurant, baby. Most times it's just a bar.
Have you ever been heckled?
Yeah, but I know how to handle heckles.
Really?
Most time, like depending on the material, I kind of want people to say stuff sometimes.
Really? Like what?
Like the women's intuition. I knew they was gonna say something. I've done that bit countless times before. And I was like, oh, I know the reaction people have, and then I know what I'm gonna say. Yeah. And then I can move on. It's like, oh, you just create a moment. But it looks so like, oh, damn, did he come up? It feels like crowd work, but it's like, nah, bitch, I wrote that for her. So you were able to like identify, like she looks like the kind who's gonna say this. No,
like
I just know the attitude of the type. Most times it's men and women in the audience, right? So I can say something that piques the interest of a man. Or I can say something that piques the interest of a man. It's just like you gonna disagree with it or you gonna agree with it vehemently. It's just like, oh shit. Yeah. You gotta say something and I got you. Yeah.
Would you say like what do you think about specials? Are you like half hours or hours? Are you working on anything like that for yourself?
Shit, you always working on that hour. Yeah. And then you gotta put out another one. But I'm a fan of everything stand-up related. You know what I'm saying? 5, 10, 15, 30, 45, whatever you wanna do. I'll watch it. So I can learn from everything, good, bad, and different. But I would like just to put out an hour, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have my shit all spread out. It's like, nigga, that's too much work. I ain't getting this motherfucker to work. I'm fun.
So how long, like, would you work a joke before you include it
until it's ready.
That? Really?
Until it's ready? Fuck what these people talking about, man. I say that shit 10 years, nigga. Especially if it's uniquely me. That motherfucker work. Fuck y'all. Until it's ready. Until it's ready.
So would you do a joke that's like already out on the internet? How do you feel about that?
Put in a special? Hell yeah, I'm gonna put women's intuition on a special.
Yeah, well, that was a funny ass joke, man. That was hilarious. I'm saying,
but these are all introductions to myself. Like I'm cursed and blessed at the same time because I figured out who I was on stage and I can talk about it a little bit. I can do a little bit better now. I'm not all the way where I want to be, but early on it's like, oh nigga, you know. This bit's is like I can still use this. I don't even use it on stage now because it's already been filmed. But if I ever got an hour special, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely coming out the can. Yeah, you fucked up. That's mine, and I got the rights to it. That's mine.
Have you ever had any issues with joke thieves, man? I saw freaking David Arnold, man. He made that video he put up. He made that dude a whole promo.
Yeah, he did. It's just like, but that's a part of the game, you know. Even I know, but I don't know David like that. I've met David. You know what I'm saying? We exchange words, and you know, I've seen his special. I've met Joe Hill. We exchange words, and it's an unfortunate thing because you know sometimes you do share jokes, sometimes niggas do steal jokes, and it's that wanting it so bad that you gotta have an integrity within this shit. And some people got it, some people don't. I'm not in that situation. I don't even like. Oh no, they should. I don't know. Yeah. From the video evidence and shit, if we was in court and I was a judge, Joe, you going to jail. But
yo, you know whoever edited that did amazing.
Since we not in court of law, I ain't really got to speak on this shit. But speaking on the issue of joke thieves, they exist. How do I handle it? I don't, just watch who you tell jokes in front of. Yeah. That's the only thing you can't do. But my shit I'm getting to the point to where it's so signature. It's like, nigga, I can say this shit in a room full of thieves and they couldn't do it.
You have like a very like calm voice on stage. Like you have your own pace that you go at too. I think like it'll be really easy to like you can't take that away from somebody.
Yeah, because some of this shit subtle and it's just like relaxed, but it's like, you know, some of my favorite comedians was like, I remember just talking, man. You know, I ain't really rambunctious in conversation. Yeah. Why would I be rambunctious on stage unless I need to be? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that sells the joke. You got to get into the act out. I'm working on act outs more now because that really helps extend the joke, makes it better, paints a better picture. But for the most part, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? We cooling. You sit down, I'm sit down. I'm stand up, you sit down. Hey, we ain't gotta, you know.
I enjoy that. Like, yeah, I enjoy that a lot more. When I first started, I used to be a little more like into it, and like I would get sweaty a little bit.
Experiment.
Yeah.
It's good that you've been on one side and then you like this side. You may go back to the sweaty side because you understand it. There's some shit early. There's some jokes I wrote early on. I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't had no business right now. That's too good. I ain't know how to tell this. So I go revisit it. Like, oh, I know how to tell it now.
Yeah.
And then I can put some energy behind it and I get some oomph. Like, I can't even walk right now, so it's certain bits I can't do. They won't land.
Yeah, what happened?
I was hooping at 30. That's what happened.
Hooping at 30?
Yeah, it's like, hey, my nigga.
What move did you try to do that you found out you couldn't do no?
Walk. You know what I'm saying? Walk with the ball. Yeah, man, it was fucked up. I told my knee up. I gotta get surgery in October, so.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
You think it's because you're 30 or would you?
It's a combination. It was a freak accident. So you know how you knock knees with somebody head on?
Yeah.
His knee was going on the inside of my knee. I don't know
That's
how this
ass.
nigga end up in this position going this way and I'm going forward. It's like a T-bone. That's what it felt like. Oh shit. And my kneecap just popped. It felt like you know how you shoot a rubber band and shoot off? That's what my kneecap felt like. So it popped off and then popped back in and it chipped the bone and did some other shit to it. So
that's insane, man. Least favorite part about doing comedy, man. Do you have one? Something that you don't like as much, something that you weren't ready, not that maybe you weren't ready for, but that you
actual traveling. Like I love being places. I hate traveling. Like I love going around new groups of people. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a cold little audience here tonight. It's like, nigga, when I gotta get on flights, I gotta go through TSA. I gotta get on this plane that might not make it, get shaking through turbulence. My fucking ears are hurting by the time I get off the flight. It's like, bro, alright, nigga, I need to lay. And then you gotta go back home, and it's like, the actual traveling. That's what bothers me about stand-up. Everything else is like, you gotta take a come with this shit.
See, that's what I'm excited for, bro. Like I'm
you
literally
get there,
like,
you're gonna be excied, and then it's gonna get old. You like everything. You're like, man,
Really?
this shit is ass, nigga. And then the redeeming thing is like, for an hour a night, I get to perform.
Yeah.
I get to interact with these people. I get to test the people, and then I go build. And then sometimes traveling ain't that bad. You pick the right. Really, it's really picking the right times. Like if you got a 12 o'clock flight, oh, you sweet. You ain't got to get up to 9. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a 5:30 flight, hell yeah, you mad.
Damn, I didn't even know they fly that early. Pilots don't be tired?
Man, look,
I don't know.
They be tired, drunk, all that.
Drunk?
They
All right,
human.
nah.
I'm telling you, bro. A lot of pilots are alcoholics.
Where did you find this out, man?
Just Google.
This is crazy.
Just Google. Just looking up random shit like, oh shit, that's real. Reading articles, people seeing you shit. Like, damn, they a little toe up, ain't they? But they human, you know what I'm saying? What can I expect?
Well, shout out to pilots, man. Do people ever try to give you jokes like not like, you know, can be like a punch up or a help, but like just like civilians,
of course.
People who, how do you feel about that? What do you think?
If
Do you
funny,
listen?
Yeah, I listen. I like jokes, no matter good, bad. It's like, oh, okay, that was corny. I like it. It's a lot of time, but it's a lot of stuff I would never say.
Yeah.
Some people call me, man, I got this for you. I'm like, I'll listen. You know what I'm saying? I want to laugh. Shit, entertain me. Fuck it. I want to be on the other side. And then, you know, but if they tell me life and they don't realize it's a joke, so I'm like, I'll turn that into.
What do you mean by that?
They tell me something that happened. Like my brother would call me and tell me something happened with my grandfather. I'm like, all right, that's funny as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll turn it into a joke.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. My brother called me about my uncle who still do crack. It's like, that's funny as a motherfucker. What was it? Is he tripping? He's in the highway house. Like, all right, we could just spin it into something. You know what I'm saying? I just exaggerate the story a little bit, add a little flavor to it. You know, don't be saying shit frivolously. Just be, oh, he on crack. Like, oh, nigga, I have a joke with it, nigga. Damn, you just saying this nigga on crack. God, damn. You know what I'm saying? Do you not like? Did he steal something from you?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I don't really, you know.
So how does your family feel about you? Like you doing comedy, man? Any of them follow after you? Any of them like, oh?
They keep up. You know what I'm saying? They keep up as much as they can. It's like my family pretty much support. I can sell dope, and they be like, all right,
you did it the right way.
You doing your thing.
Go ahead, Frank Mustang. Go ahead.
Get down, baby. Be the best you can be. Just don't call me when they come get the best of you.
Yo, that's real support right there.
It is, but it's
that.
like my family cool, man. My daddy and my mom were at when I made my TV appearance. They was there. It was cool for me. My aunt was there, who was acting like my mom, was in place of mom at times. And, you know, I had my grandma. I think I had my grandma there. I had a girlfriend there at the time. Like I had a lot of support. So people, you know, and I think it's easier for them to support me because I'm funny. Like,
yeah, because it works.
Yeah, it's
so,
like, I'm not bothering them. I'm like, hey,
yeah.
you? But I remember, like, you know, going to this festival. I couldn't afford to get there. I had to enlist my family members. Hey, I need somebody to pay for this plane ticket for me, and I give y'all money back because I was broke. But some shit, you break through when you be broke sometimes. Like, I need a little help to get there.
Bro.
And, you know, they was willing. It was easy. My pops, you know what I'm saying, gave his last. So anything, you know, whenever it's time to repay, it's tenfold.
Speaking about like just breakthrough when you broke sometimes, like literally, like that's how today is for me, man. It's my fucking birthday, bro, and I literally moving back home was crazy. I thought shit was gonna be easy, rocky and smooth. I just talked about on the last couple of episodes just about like going through creative struggles and shit, man. And like today, I want to thank you again for doing this interview with me, because like this is the biggest thing that I've ever done, man. I'm having a great time, and I'm excited to watch the show as well, y'all. So, anything else?
Are we done?
No, I mean, if you did,
yeah, because I know
chilling.
the show going on right now. Yeah, I know you're gonna see it, but this is the last show. So
yeah,
we gonna be out this motherfucker after this. But yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we got Vincent Bryant here. Do you have anything else that you want to promote, bro, before we got out of here and go watch people tell some jokes? You got to go up yourself, man.
I gotta. You know, I'm cool. I've been saying this shit all.
Yeah.
2-3 months.
You know, you're a pro. Like,
I've been saying I ain't. Yeah, I'm alright. Go watch the Miss Pat show.
I had that on my phone. I didn't know how to feel about pulling my phone out with my questions. Good, but yeah, like I talk about that real quick, bro. I saw that you got a writing credit. You got an episode on Miss Pat show. It's on BET Plus, y'all. Yeah. Miss Pat is funny as hell, yo. Yeah. If you don't know who she is, you need to go know. But talk about that real quick. And then we can get out of here, man. What was that experience like?
I was dope. So basically, it was a 3-month experience that's turned into half a year. So 3 months we was in the room from, I think, September until December. Maybe that's 4 months, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's 4 months. No, it might have been October, November, December. Yeah,
I got to start from January, if I'm being honest.
October, November, December. From October to December, it was a 3-month job. You know what I'm saying? You sit in the room, you write. This is my first writing job, so I was like, oh shit, all this shit is brand new to me. So, you know what I'm saying? I did okay enough. I was like, oh, okay, I'm learning. I was contributing. I was like, oh, okay. Some days I would leave frustrated, like, damn, I ain't do nothing today. I feel like I had like imposter syndrome. Like, damn, I don't deserve to be here. It was like, nigga, you there for a reason.
Yeah.
And then after that, she brought me on to do Punch Up. That was basically live on the floor. So I got to see all 10 episodes shot.
Wow.
Like, I was even there for the pilot even before the probably year and a half or 2 years prior before it got picked up. So I seen the pilot. I was up close and seen it then. Like, Debbie Allen directed the pilot. So it's like, oh, that shit is dope as a motherfucker. But then I got to see all 9, and then I got to contribute. And you see your jokes. Yeah. Damn, I contributed. And you feel like, and that's when I realized, like, oh, I do care about being good at jobs. Yeah. Like, because I never had a job that I gave a fuck about outside of stand-up or anything comedy related. It's like, oh, damn, I care. Like, I care about stand-up, and I also care about doing well in this writer's room, because my friends, my friend or mentor, Miss Pat, got me the job. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I helped. I contributed, so I just didn't make her look bad. That was my thing. And I learned a shit ton, and then from there I took the lessons that I learned and applied some other things, and, you know, just trying to become a better writer, because, you know, you got to find your way into the industry until you can do what the fuck you want to do. So. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Bryant, congratulations on your first writing credit, man. This is only up from here. It's Bobby's birthday, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yo, hey, he talking. You gonna see this later, but you should give him some ass. This nigga spitting. For his birthday. This nigga spitting. Why not? All right, y'all, we out of here. Tomorrow, I don't know where I'll be, but I'll be there. I hope you join me. It's a Writer's Block with Bobby Brown Jr. We gone, man.